Brooklyn. Our company's very bullish on Brooklyn. We've done a lot already, and we have a lot more to do. We're working right now on Pacific Park. That's our current development project in downtown Brooklyn surrounding the arena. It is 22 acres. It will be 14 residential buildings, 6,400 residential units. Apropos of what the borough president said, 3 of the buildings are 100% affordable buildings. One of those buildings is in the ground already. And it has 8 acres of open space, 250,000 square feet of retail, which we will, weave within all the different buildings, and try to put together something that's, rather unique. It isn't just amenities for the building. We also have two retail projects across the street from Pacific Park, and that's Atlantic Center and Atlantic Terminal. That's 800,000 square feet of retail that we built in 1996 and 2004 respectively. It is primarily box retail. It's vertical. It's some of the first of its kind in the entire city. We pioneered that big box entry into New York way back when. And now we see it everywhere in the city. So those are projects that we also plan to redevelop over the coming years as part of the Pacific Park project. We feel that the neighborhood, the downtown Brooklyn neighborhood, is the nexus of Brooklyn, being at the intersection of Flatbush and Atlantic. It has a terrific transportation. Of course, now we have the arena. And as we were talking about before the panel began, it is one of the few areas in Brooklyn where it is zoned for high-rise. Brooklyn is very attractive because it's low-rise, but there is also this call in residential for high-rise living, amenitized living, and we have the ability to do that.
Thank you. Good afternoon. I'm Argyris with Argento construction. We specialize in build-outs of retail establishments. Been in business over 20 years. Most of our work has been on Madison Avenue, as you can see from the names of the same clients that Faith has we worked on. But we also have a lot of interest from some clients in Brooklyn. We're working with somebody for a gallery in Bushwick. There's some talk with some retail here in Atlantic Avenue that we talked about. So we even find some high retailers talking to us, younger type retailers, younger type clothing and stuff like that, that they're interested in coming first to Brooklyn. So it used to be in the past, Brooklyn was a second thought. Now Brooklyn, I think, has accomplished their logo. They're an international logo. And there's actually people saying we want to be in Brooklyn. So we're in Brooklyn.
I'm going to give this is Jack Sitt, Joseph's son, yeah, I remember him. What's that, Thor Equities?
Of course.
I got it, but this is Colt. But it's almost like the way the retailers used to want to go East Coast, West Coast. Now in New York, it's almost like they're asking for Brooklyn first. So it's a little, Brooklyn is its own brand. Okay.
I agree.
Okay.
Hi everybody, as Faith introduced me, thankfully, my name is Jack Sitt, and I founded a company called Equities. And so our vision is basically, I grew up in Brooklyn, and I've been watching the change of neighborhoods like Williamsburg or Greenpoint transform over the years. I always saw it as a place where people wanted to be creative, where the artists wanted to be, where the artists could afford to live. And not everybody saw it like that, but I did. And over the years, people have thought of it as more of a price alternative, whereas today I see it as a lifestyle choice. And living in Brooklyn with all the millennials and the youth, you get a culture that turns into something greater than just a price alternative. And so you see places like, what is it? The Royal Palm Shuffleboard Club, or the ice cream shop. I forget what it's, Edinburgh Creamery. And so it's just this cool concept. People coming up with these really cool ideas to cater to that new millennial youth. they've been online and on their computers, on their Twitter and Instagram so much, they forget what it's like to be in just a social atmosphere and pick their heads up off their phones. So today, I see all those young millennial type of people starving for that experience, and I look to give and serve that community with that kind of experience through real estate in a neighborhood like Williamsburg. So we just bought 93 North 9th Street in Williamsburg, right off the corner of White. And people thought of it as this, strange 10,000 square foot box, and I said, no, this is a perfect place for either, like a blind barber concept, where the barber becomes a bar, or some kind of hospitality lounge. So I want to bring that aspect to Williamsburg and to other neighborhoods in Brooklyn, like in Bushwick, and we're going to do that through our, retail expertise, things like that. And I just want to thank also Faith again for having me on the panel. This is my first one, so really excited to be here. Thank you.
He's courageous. But let me take that, because there's many people that think that Williamsburg, as we call Hipsterville, is overdone. They always say that. But are you saying, Jack, this is where niche retailing is going to be reborn, refocused, relocated, or what? Are these all artisanal shops? Are these clicks to bricks shops? What are they?
So
Yeah.
it was a trend. It was considered some kind of a trend because I don't think people understood it as for what it was. It was something new, something they didn't really totally get, they weren't used to.
Okay.
And so then, then it turned into a trend, and now it's more of, now it's here to stay. And kind of artisanal, cool experience. It's not a trend. Brooklyn really is here to stay.
Okay, tell us one thing, because it's always about the money. This trend you have exists now, and in fact, we're doing it on the Lower East Side. And we're doing deals in that neighborhood, probably somewhere $150 a foot, which is a true bargain. What are the rents that you're projecting in your project, the retail rents? I'm sitting down because your group is known to shoot very high or overshoot, so tell me what you're thinking. Like that? He's tolerating it because he doesn't.
Thank you, Faith, for putting me on the spot. That's nice of you. So nice.
But you look so smart.
Thank you. Originally,
That's it. Here's your guidance here. She says you don't
I'm
have
going to
to
say nice. I'm going to say proud. Originally, rents they were $50 a foot on that street 2 years ago. Sorry, $50 a foot originally 2 years ago.
Okay.
Now today, people in the neighborhood are saying that life corridor is somewhere, around 100. They say it goes up from there. And so we hope we can attain something around that.
That's a bargain.
100, right.
Actually, that's a bargain, $100 a foot. But let me ask you, as we're talking neighborhoods in Brooklyn, what comes next? What comes next, Gabby? What comes next after, let's see, Williamsburg, Bushwick, Gowanus? That's fine. Yeah, maybe Vinstead, East New York, Brownsville, what? What's next? Because they always want to know, they always put me on the spot. Well, anyway, it's over, we're in the second quarter, so the crystal ball is closed till the end of the year. So you tell me what you're thinking. What's next for Brooklyn?
So from my perspective, our focus really is on downtown Brooklyn. It's not what's next, it's how are we going to fill in what's missing.
Okay.
Flatbush has always been a retailing corridor with Metro Tech sort of as a bookend close to the Manhattan and Brooklyn Bridge, with Barclays Center as the other bookend down by Atlantic and Flatbush. There's a lot that you can fill in there. And of course, in the middle, sort of shooting off, you have Fulton Mall.
Yes.
And Fulton Mall has been a retailing street forever. And it's also undergoing a little bit of a renaissance with the addition of City Point. And I think why it's important to focus on downtown Brooklyn and some of these neighborhoods that are very close to Manhattan is because there's a lot happening downtown. And what we want to make sure doesn't happen, just selfishly with our projects there, but also to, keep alive some of the stuff that Jack is saying about. We want to make sure that we don't begin to lose customers to downtown. They're going to have a lot of options very soon with Brooklyn Place, the World Trade Center, and stuff like the Seaport, and it's only 1 or 2 subway stops away. So I think we have a real opportunity now to capitalize on that downtown Brooklyn market. I think there's quite a bit of retail space available there, and I think there's quite a lot that you can fill in. And as Faith said, compared to the rents that they're achieving downtown, it's still a bargain.
That's true.